Let's do a 20-minute standing practice. Let's find our way into mountain pose. So we're going to let our feet be hip distance. Line your second toes up to parallel with each other and feel the four corners of your feet, either side of the heel, either side of the ball. Keep your knees a little soft, your tail dropping down. We want to preserve the neutral curves of the spine. We don't want to flatten the spine out. So just let the tail drop down. Let your heart open up, lift through the midline. Let your shoulders relax and let your ears come back over your shoulders. We'll let our arms just hang gently here as we become centered and grounded in our practice. So let's just close our eyes if you're comfortable with your eyes closed and feel your feet underneath you. Feel your connection to the earth and feel the energy of the earth flowing into you as you and the earth exchange your energy flowing into the earth energy flowing into you. Notice right here at the beginning how you're feeling, how your body feels, and then begin to invite the breath to come in a little bit deeper. So breathe in through the nose, out through the nose or the mouth. We're taking the breath all the way down into the belly, filling up the rib cage and then the chest. And then exhaling from the chest to the rib cage, to the belly, and just feel that little contraction there, right? As you exhale, right at the belly. Take deep breaths in and long breaths out. Allow the breath to be what draws you in, what draws you into this moment, what draws you into your practice. And then let's start to move. Let's start by circling the tip of the nose. Recheck your knees. Make sure you haven't hyperextended your knees as we were standing there. We'll circle back the other way. Bring your nose right back to the center. We're going to lift our shoulders up, roll them back, lifting and rolling, lifting and rolling. And then let's bring our arms down beside us and just reach them up with a big breath in, to big sun breath. Exhale. Let it flow out. Take your time. We're not rushing. Inhale. And exhale. Let's do one more. Inhale. And exhale. And then let's put a little bit of space between our feet. So our feet are more like shoulder distance. We're going to bring our hands right down to our knees. We're going to do a little standing cat-cow from here. I like to look down, put my neck in a neutral position when I'm starting. So let's take a breath here. And as we exhale, we're going to round the back up, drop the chin to the chest, and curl the tail in towards the chin. And then let's go the opposite way as we inhale. So our standing cat-cow. You're following your breath, so you're taking your time. Let's take one more breath in and blow it out. And then right up to standing. We'll keep our feet where they are. Let's do a little rotation here. We're not forcing anything. We're just letting our arms kind of fling as if they were empty coat sleeves. Let your feet travel with your knees. And then we're going to slow it down little by little by little and come back into our mountain pose. Let's do some half salutes from here. So hands to the heart center. We'll inhale and reach up. Big breath in. Exhale, hinge from the hip creases. Keep your spine neutral. Knees a little bent. Let your head hang. We'll come part way up, breathing in and lengthening the spine. And then as we exhale, we'll fold it over. Let's bend the knees a lot to come up so we can unhinge and exhale your hands to the heart. Let's do another one. Inhale and reach. Exhale and hinge. Coming part way up, breathing. Fold it over. Exhale. Let your head hang down. Bend your knees a lot to come up. Inhale. And exhale your hands to your heart. Let's do one more. Inhale. And fold. Heart way up, breathe. Fold over. Let's reach. Get tall. And exhale your hands to your heart. Let's put the right hand on the hip, left arm lifting up and overhead. We're starting from mountain pose. Take a breath. Exhale over towards the right side. So we're doing a little lateral bending here. I'm going to hold. We've got our shoulders stacked, one on top of the other, really reaching out there to the right side. And then inhale to come up. Exhale, float your left hand down, bring it to your hip. We'll inhale the right arm up and exhale to the other side. And we'll hold this a couple breaths. I'm trying to keep my weight equal on my feet, keeping my shoulders stacked one on top of the other. So it's a true lateral bend. Let's inhale, come to center, exhale, float your arm down. We're going to bring both hands to the low back. Take a breath here. And as you exhale, we're just going to bend backwards over the hands. And I feel my fingers pressing down towards my buttocks so that I am stretching that flesh in my low back, making lots of space. And then let's inhale to release. We're going to take our feet a little bit wider again, hands to the hips. Let's do a big roll around now. This takes us into our hips a little bit, into our core. We'll go back the other direction. And then all the way back up again. Let's find our way to mountain pose. Mountain pose is our home base when we're doing standing postures. So getting comfortable in mountain pose and always checking those knees. I like to recheck my jaw again and again too, and make sure that it's relaxed. Let's do a couple balancing postures. The first one we'll do is palm tree pose. We'll do a little variation of palm tree. We're going to rise up onto the balls of our feet and our toes and just let your arms lift up overhead. Find a gaze point. Let your head stay over your shoulders. Keep breathing. If you have to hold on to something, that's totally fine. We'll take another breath. And then let's release. Do a little shake if you need it. It's hardworking feet when we're balancing, right? And then let's put our hands right on our hips. We're going to shift over to the right foot. We're going to kick the left foot forward. We're going to kick it to the side, and we're going to kick it behind us. And if you need to touch down between those, feel free to do that. We'll do it 3 times. So kicking, to the side we go, and behind. One more kick, and kick, and kick, and then we'll put the foot down. Find your gaze point. Let's shift over to the left foot. Kick the right foot forward, to the side, behind. Do it again, forward, to the side, and behind. And we're going to do one more. Kick, and kick, and kick. And then we'll put the foot down. If you need a shake, take a shake. Let's just shake. Let's wiggle. Let's wiggle ourselves so that we feel some energy flowing in our body. All right, and then back to mountain pose we come. Hinging from the hip creases, we're coming into a forward fold. Let's walk our way into downward facing dog. We'll do a little walk here in down dog. And then we'll drop down into our heels. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Let your head hang down. Soften that space between your shoulders. Let's hold down dog for a couple of breaths. And then let's put our knees right down on the ground, back to extended child's pose. So the hips are coming right to the heels. Arms are extended overhead. We're breathing, relaxing, releasing. Send your breath into your back body. And then let's come up. Let's come all the way up and have a seat. I know I said this was a standing practice, but we're going to sit just for a moment here. Let's cross our legs. If you're comfortable crossing your legs, let one be in front of the other. We're going to sit up nice and tall here. Take a breath. Lengthen as you breathe in. As you exhale, let's twist to the right. Bring your left hand to your right knee and the right hand to the floor. Chin stays level to the floor as we rotate to the right. I've got my fingertips on the floor behind me so that I can remind myself to keep my spine lengthening. The next time you breathe in, let's unwind and come all the way back around. Let's go ahead and just fold right over our legs while we're here and take a little stretch for our hips. Some of you might not get very far in this position. Some of you might be stopped on your hands, some of you to your forearms, others of you to stacked fist, a block, or your forehead comes to the floor. Let your body decide where it wants to be. And then let's release that stretch. And in order to get to the other hip, we change the cross of the leg. So let the other one sneak out in front. We'll fold over again. And then let's release. Take that breath in as you come up. And then let's come to our backs. And we'll finish up in relaxation. So just crawl yourself right to your back. And either keep your knees bent and come to constructive rest pose with your feet wide and your knees dropping together, palms up beside you, or come to Shavasana, come to relaxation pose, corpse pose, spread out. You can also come to relaxation pose with something underneath your knees. Find a place that works for you, and then allow yourself to sink in. Sink into the earth. Feel the energy flowing through you just in that short amount of time, the energy that began moving through your body. Let the small breath come in. and release all effort. If there's anywhere else you're holding, allow yourself to release now, to soften, to become still and quiet. Now we begin to deepen the breath again. Feel the breath moving throughout your entire body. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. And then we'll bend one knee, then the other knee, and we're going to roll to one side. I prefer the right side. Either side is fine for now. Let's invite gratitude into our heart in this moment, in this space between our practices. And then the top hand will push you up so you don't strain your back. Come back to a comfortable seated position. Bring your hands to your heart. Feel the breath moving through your body. Feel your beautiful body surrounding you. May peace, joy, love, compassion, and gratitude fill your heart today and every day to overflowing. Namaste. And have a wonderful day or a wonderful evening. And I hope to see you again soon.